Good morning, guys. Hello. Let's see if I can get my chat to work. I think I broke my chat. It's because of my screen resolution. I figured out why my streams were being really slow the other day. But screen resolutions have sucked lately. Every time I switch my screens, it messes up my entire scene, which sucks. Because now I don't have a chat. There we go. How's it going, all? Just reading write-ups on how people have done it seems really interesting. It seems pretty easy. Not a whole lot of people have solved it. I look to see how hard these ones are. I think this is the one that everyone's stuck on. And these two are the harder ones. So I'm going to switch my scene here in a sec. Thank you. Bitwise, I appreciate it. Before I do, my scene's going to be messed up, so bear with me for a sec. Everything on my screen is kind of weird right now. Hopefully next week we don't have to deal with any of this. Once I fix my PC. By the way, how's the sound? So I just picked this thing up right here. Still trying it out. How does it sound so far? I want to see if I can get my chat to open up. One sec. All right, almost there. Yeah, I just picked this mic up. I gotta pick up a webcam soon, just so I can upgrade my stuff. But I need to make sure that my PC works first before I do anything else. Just because. Thank you for the follow or sub, whichever that is. Thank you, thank you. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna. Yeah, pro streamer, I wish. I still struggle every time to stream. Let's see. To non-mod, pop-up chat. I don't need this anymore. What should we start with? Should we do... I know you guys are going to hate me for doing this to you, but... There we go. Alright, chat. What should we start with? SSRF? Or... I don't think this is working, is it? There shouldn't be any lag. I'm not seeing any lag. Go to setting, advanced, uncheck latency. Jadon, what are you talking about? On Twitch? Latency should be ticked. Low latency is on. Oh, uncheck. Okay. Yeah, I unchecked it. Let's see if that works. Okay, so let's get to it. I already switched screens. Yeah, I'm going to turn this chat off so it's not super confusing. Thank you, Phonics. I haven't even started, but thank you. So, CTFs. First of all, music. Shout out to, I think it was Bitcode who sent me some really cool YouTube playlists for free music. So I'm going to play that out and see where it goes. For us viewers, if you go to settings, advanced, and uncheck low latency, it helps. I did, Jadon, I did. I turned it off. Look. It's taken out. It's all good. Let me know if that helps. There's a lot of there could also be lag because of my rig. It's been very, very weird. What's up, Jolton? It's been a while. I haven't seen you in a minute. How's it going? Alright, I'm gonna quickly make some music playlist thingy, and then we can get started.
1, 2, 3.
Nope, not that. What are my subs? No copyright music, lo-fi hip-hop. Let's do it. Alright, how's this music? Hello, Genie. Can you guys hear the music? Too loud? Not loud enough? Alright, so I gotta move me over here really quick. There we go. You absolutely can. Let me drop it in here for you guys. So Bitcode sent me this playlist. Shout out to him. This company is mostly... It's just mostly free, royalty-free music. I don't know what you mean by what's the difference between the two of them. But yeah, it's good music. Let me know if it's loud, if it's not too loud. I can't hear myself, obviously. So let me know if you guys hear me okay and the music's not too loud in the back. Hacker101's been great. I'm kind of scared to touch these, to be honest. So before we get started, I am not an expert in GraphQL. I don't know much at all about GraphQL. I've been avoiding GraphQL for a very long time. So we're gonna give it a try and see where this goes. You ready? Everyone ready? Better? I used to get my latest job. That's awesome. I'll definitely let Cody know. That's awesome. I wish Cody wasn't here himself, but I know he's busy at work. Okay, so I think when I asked earlier about voting which one to start with, you guys wanted to start with SSRF. Is that still the case? Because I think the SSRF one should be pretty easy. Full disclosure, I've already done the SSRF. Someone sent it to me as a challenge, like, hey, can you do this? And that's this is how I came up with the idea of doing these live, because it kind of got me thinking about, oh shoot, how do I do this, you know? So just full disclosure, I'm gonna still try it out like I did a couple weeks ago. I know the solution kind of, but so right off the bat, couple of things. You want to fix stuff externally here. It only allows to do Google, and it says ha 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 in a weird way. It says bye hackers, and not much in here. We're going to, as always, inspect element, and I'm actually going to move this bad boy to, wait, I can't do it. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it here then. So what I'm going to do is I want to have this open, and we want to see how it interacts. Because it's a CTF, I expect it to be unrealistic, but we want to see how it reacts to other data outside of Google and how it fetches Google. Thank you, Ivory. Or, sorry, Jolton. I'm not awake today. Didn't get much sleep last night. Alright, thank you. We want to see how this acts with our input. So, the results go over here. We want to make sure this is completely expanded. and we want to see where it shows any of this. So it says google.com. I'm just going to give it google.com, but it also expects a 443 port. Even though we're giving it HTTPS, it's saying that it requires for it to have 443. I think Bitwise, you're the only person that has that problem, unfortunately. Just give it a refresh, it should be good. Sorry about that, man. I promise my PC is coming soon. All this will be fixed. So 443. No worries, man. It's all good. 443 opens it up, and debugs right here. It tells us the string is HTTPS, and it's this, the second one is Google. Obviously, it's looking for the 443 integer and another string for the path. So if I do ASDF, it puts ASDF here, and if I change the host, it will change it, but it shouldn't work. So if I do google2.com, it's going to tell us to screw off because you can only fetch Google. So what do we do in this case? We have a couple of options. Let me bring down the quality on this thing. There we go. We have a couple of options. One is we want to use a redirect on Google, which is very, very hard to find, I think. Once that the one that's reliable. So if you find an HTTP redirect on Google, then we can redirect the site to maybe something like anti password or whatever else we're looking for, right? Yeah, I brought down the bandwidth on the music, so the settings on that is lowered. Thank you for that, whoever that was. Thank you for the follow. Cool. So options are we redirect with a Google thingy, like we find Google and we find an open redirect in there, and then we redirect it to what we want. 2, we can find a bypass for the whitelisting. Thank you for the follow. Or 3, the unknown, which will come down the list. So we'll select the first one, redirect on Google. Not doing it right off the bat. Like, unless you guys have one for me, I'm not gonna try it because I don't think this is how this is gonna work. But there are other options you can do to redirect stuff. So for example, if you go to, this is a browser feature. So if you go to google.com at NahamSec.com, thank you Bitwise. If you do this, whoops, that didn't work. This goes to NahamSec.com, right? So what if we try this? So I want to see if I can send it to NahamSec.com using a browser feature with the @ and seeing if this goes into NahamSec. And obviously not. So I'm assuming that this is completely locked into google.com. So let's try a couple other Google subdomains. Let's try something like mail.google.com. Let's see if that loads. Because if that loads, we know we have access to other stuff, but unfortunately that doesn't load. We don't have anything other than www. So this is pretty much looking for a string that has this in it, right? So no matter what we do, it has to go to this. But I want to see if I can do some other things. So if I put garbage before it, it looks like it's doing something. So it's looking to see if this ends in this string right here. No matter what I do, that didn't load. But if I do this, that loads, right? Yes, this will be on YouTube as well. So whatever we do, it has to end in this. And if I do this also, it should work. So this also works. As long as we have this ending in the end of the string, it looks like it works. But so let's try and see if I do NahamSec.com. NahamSec that works. let's see, NahamSec.com at Google. So it is kind of following that. Let me refresh this out really quick just to show you what it looks like. So if I do this, it worked, right? It went to Google. The other trick is if you put a pound sign at the end of things, it usually avoids or completely excludes everything that's after this hashtag sign or pound sign. So I want to try and see if this works. Which gave me a 400 bad request. Obviously it's my site because I use Squarespace. So I'm going to put a slash and see what that does. I can fetch only Google. That's fine. Let's give it www and see if that loads my website. Nope, that doesn't work. So if I do this, is it going to give me 400? It is, maybe not. Yep. But it's not loading Yahoo anymore, and it's loading something else. What if I do my blog? Let's see if that loads. I want to just get some examples of it. Okay, so this is my blog right here, right? I did image magic. It's loading the content of my file. I mean, on my site. Excuse me. So this all worked. Let's see what this challenge tells us. The hint says we use curl. So let's just so this is how curl works, right? You go curl and it does stuff, right? So this is what we're doing. This is what the application expects. Oh man, that sucks, C1. So this is what it does. And this is what the application expects. 443. And it opens up our magical page of google.com. And if we do let's see how it works if we do it on curl real quick. So for this we were doing blog.nahamsec.com and we were doing a pound at google.com, right? I want to see if this works in terminal. It may not work because of all the different stuff I have in there. So we're going to clear our, oh, come on. God damn it. Let's try it again. We're going to say blog.nahamsec.com. So if I do that in curl, we can see that it works. So whatever we do here should work right here as well. So if I do something like curl file, before I do that, let me do this. So I made a flag. I want to see if curl could reach out to my desktop. Let's see. We'll do it this way. So if I give it this, it should load. So we can see that it loaded our file. Thank you for the following. So if I do this in curl, it loads. So what we're going to do is we're going to give it the same kind of thing. We're going to say let's actually just do file etc password, see what that does. So it can only fetch Google. But it didn't pick anything off of the file problem, right? Because it's just following whatever protocol we give it. I don't think that really makes a difference. But I want to see if I could do this and if it will still load something for us on Google. And it says you can only fetch Google, which is still weird that it says it. I have one too many slashes, that's why. So let's see if this works in curl. So it says unexpected host name, it expects localhost. But for some god-awful reason, this isn't giving us an error. So if I do this, it doesn't really give us an error, which is kind of weird, right? But I want to see if it will ignore anything else. So I want to see if like this is index.php. It's giving us files, but so it's showing us the string is file for the protocol. It's doing Google, the port, and then this is where the file that it fetches, right? And if you do stuff like, I don't think this should work. Maybe it works. So this doesn't work. This doesn't work either. What happens if we do the pound trick again? So that doesn't work. Let's see. This is the Apache. Oh shit. This is the path I'm going to is the default path for Apache for when you spin up a website, which looks like that actually worked. So if I hit the website and then traverse my way back out of it to a file, that actually works. OX code, I don't think I need any of that. I think we passed that already. So we have the content for index.php because we ignored Google by traversing out of it and hitting the variable, the var in www.index.php file, which gave us the entire source for this page. And it says in the top, the flag is at /flag. So what we're going to do again is you guys are overcomplicating this thing. It's not that complicated. You're overthinking it. I did the same thing, but it's not supposed to be. This is a medium challenge, I think, not super hard. Yeah, it's medium to hard, not even that hard. You're overthinking it. So this should work. But it didn't. But if we do index.php, it works. But how come when I say flag, it won't work? Sean, what's wrong with your CTF, man? Does it have to go to the local host? Wait, hold on. Let's see what flag gives us here. Not found. Is it in the root folder? It is in the root folder. X. Thank you for that. What is it? That was a huge fail. Nice call. So there it is. Fairly easy. So my point about this CTF was, like, if you know it's using curl, for example, stop testing it on the site. See what works here. Like when we did this. this worked. We can tell that it worked, right? We know this works. If we do curl google.com, it says I want localhost. But if I go and do that, still doesn't work here. So, but in PHP it works somehow. Yeah, this will be on YouTube. I don't know when it will be on there. I think you just asked me that question earlier too, though. But it will be up on YouTube. Don't worry. Okay. So again, use whatever tools in your advantage for SSRF. If you see it's a third-party like app that they use to compile their stuff or parse their stuff, get your hands on it. Curl was an absolutely good example of it. You can test things internally and then go back to it. When Cody and I popped this company as a part of our talk for DEF CON, they used this thing called Wheezy Print. And the moment we got the header coming out of the SSRF, so we had it hit our server and it gave us Wheezy Print, the first thing we did was just did this Wheezy Print. We had no freaking clue what it was. We downloaded it, we installed it locally, and then we started hacking on it. And the source was open source. This is open source, so we actually looked at the source. When I say we, I mean Cody looked at the source, and we figured out how to exploit it. So do that. Try and locally reproduce that stuff on your own and see what you can bypass and you can't. Because when you do it on your own, you understand it better because you can tweak stuff, right? There's a lot of SSRF resources. You're welcome to drop it in here in the chat. Cool. So anybody not get what happened here? I think it's fairly straightforward with this one. So I'm going to pull up GraphQL. I'm going to read some GraphQL basics just so we excuse me, so before we get started. What is this? SSRF, NahamSec. Oh, it's NahamSec. Now I know who you are. I've been reading your username wrong this whole time. So so someone's asking why the // I mean dot slash. The dot slash is because I don't think it would have worked if we did. So watch. I'm gonna try index up. This might actually work. I don't think so, but so you're in the current folder. You want the dot slash to traverse out of it. You want to tell it to get out of whatever is behind this. I'm doing this so it ignores everything else. Like this could be a folder name right here. From here to here, it could be taken as a folder name. And then you do dub or var dub, which is the folder that I assumed it would be in. And then when you do index.php, it's the file that we want. It's this index.php that we're calling. Does that make sense? Mutated nation. It's the same thing as me going like see what that did? So I exited out of desktop and then I added it back and then I did flag.txt. You can do as many as these as you want. So you can just actually go all the way back, right? Like even more than what I have here. And throw that in there and it still worked. Okay. Cool. So let's look at some GraphQL stuff. I'm gonna close this out. This is really fun. We'll come back to next week again. Let's see what their solution was. Oh, let me actually submit this. One sec. Let me submit this flag just so we can get points for it. Like a boss. What was our solution? Was it file 443, and then we did that was a lot of fun. Make more, please. Submit it. Do we have any other submissions? Accepted for XSS. Thank you for that, sir. Get out of here, Sean. Get out of here with your feedback. Let's just do one of these tweets. Yeah, we'll do more. We'll do more. Oh, yeah, more SSRFs. I know. That was a fun one. Let's tag bug bounty notes. There you go. All right, let's do. So this is pretty cool. Let me look through this really quick. I have a little bit of time before I have to go to GraphQL stuff. Wow, a lot of good reports. Owning the clout. Thank you for including that. You should include Cody's tool, JD. He has a lot of good tools that we drop for this talk right here. If you go to Dakin, SSRF test is really good, and so is the one that he just released for the DNS rebinding stuff. This guy is a monster with his activity on here. This is the other one. So if you want to check it out, it's right here. Let me send you a link. Here you go. Also, if anyone's going to be at NahamSec Global DC next week, I'll be there. Hit me up. Very good resource for... let me tweet this out live. This is a really cool tweet. Let me just pin it out. Check out this cool repo on. Oh my god, my computer is dying. Check out this cool repository on GitHub by NahamSec. Oh my lord, my computer is too slow. I'm struggling. Report examples from Hacker1's activity, write-ups / talks, and some cool links to some really good examples from Hacker101. I mean, not Hacker101, Hacker1. Write-ups, talk, and some cool challenges. Cool. Here, if you want to look at DNS rebinding, or you can watch my talk. It'll be on YouTube soon. But what we did for the DNS rebinding is it was pointing to my IP, for example, and then while it was pointing to the host that it was supposed to, we changed the IP address and send it back to the cloud AWS, whatever they were using metadata. So we had a JavaScript file that was hitting it. It took its break. It gave a couple of seconds, so it rebinds or it changes the DNS so it points somewhere else. And after that change was done, it hit it again and it started pulling data from the AWS metadata. I'm trying to work on a write-up for it, but time is really hard to come by right now. I don't have a whole lot of time with stream and work. I haven't even gone to Hack for a while, so I'll try and write that up soon. But if you go to my YouTube, there's a video that I'll just show it live really quickly. For those of you who wanted to look at it, this is also on YouTube. Okay, maybe I shouldn't pull it up. Go to my YouTube, go to my channel, and look at the Snapchat POC. That's a good example of it. Thank you for this, JD. I appreciate it. I don't know when they start uploading the talks, actually. Yes, I did. I just did a talk at DEF CON about PDF and SSRF. SSRF within PDF generators. I'm actually speaking at AppSec Global about the same thing, and I have some new material for it that I'm going to show. It's AppSec USA, Global USA. I'll be at B-Sites PDX, ShellCon, and the Cyber Security Summit in Texas. Okay, let's go to Hacker101. Oh wait, let's look at GraphQL first. I gotta remember how GraphQL works. It's been a while. Hello. Introduction to GraphQL. What the heck is GraphQL? How does it work? A GraphQL service is created and defined with types of fields and those types, and providing functions for each field and each type. For example, a GraphQL service that tells us who the logged in user, us, as well as the name might look like something like this. So, type query, me is the user. Type user gives us ID and the name. And this is probably what it looks like in the back end. Once GraphQL service is running, duplicate a URL on a web service. It can be sent to GraphQL queries to validate and execute. A received query is first checked to ensure it only refers to the type and fields defined. So, me name. It returns this. Okay. Seems pretty straightforward. It shouldn't be private. If you go on my YouTube, it should be published. I'm gonna check on my phone just to be sure. One sec. Let me make sure that video is live. No, it's public. It has 2,000 views on it. It's public. So it's called Owning the Cloud through SSRF and PDF Generator. DEF CON 27 SSRF on ads. So if you want to check it out, this is it. Boom, right there. Go check it out. Okay, so we want to do specific fields on an object. Let's start by looking at a very simple query and results when we get to run it. So if we want to get a hero name, we type in hero and we call in the object name, and it gives us hero name R2D2. Clever. Same thing if we want to get their friends, we say, hey, give us a hero's name, but I also want to have the name of all their friends. So friends name, it prints out every single one. And if you wanted to give it a ID and say, hey, ID 1000, I want you to get me human with ID 1000 and give me the name and height. Same thing, that works. And we can say make it unit foot, which is awesome that it does that internally. And this is where it starts to get tricky. But you can just say hero, episode, empire, and it gives you empire, hero, and the name. Okay. All I wanted to know was how GraphQL works one more time. Pretty straightforward. This is how we give it arguments. This is how we get the data. This is what it looks like. Now the problem is, do I need burp for this? Because if I do, I'm screwed. Actually, I have burp, I think. I have the burp community license. Hopefully this won't slow down my computer any more than it is, but... So, let's try the very first bug DB. It's 2 flags. No, it's not 2 flag. Wait, it says 2. But there's only 1? Okay. Let's try it. Yeah, I mean, read the freaking manual is a thing. I'm joking. Yeah, I read the manual. It's just I don't know how this works. So I want to just make sure I look at it to understand what it does. And that doesn't just go with GraphQL. Even like a lot of websites that have APIs, there's documentation for it. It's good to read it. It gives you an idea how things work. Documentation is very important. I used to always avoid it, but it turns out you need it. Alright, let's get to our next thing. So I'm gonna set up burp. I'm gonna add this host to burp just in case I need it. Alright. And let's boot up Foxy Proxy. If you don't have Foxy Proxy, you should definitely download it. And let's see. Okay, so it works. GraphQL. What do you do when you get hit? So it's a GraphQL endpoint as expected. It's either GraphQL or GQL. Hey Mahadi. Any tips for you? Yeah, try Hacker101. There's a lot of material on there. I don't know why you want to know the basic stuff like script kiddies. I don't know if you're being serious or just trolling, but... So what? How do I get any of this to work? You must provide query string. Docs. Query. Whoa, okay. So they don't give you anything at all for this, huh? So, how does it work again? Let's see. You have to do... Alright, let me close this. Before, after, find user, username, all users, all bugs. What is this? What happens if I do this? Does that even work? Syntax error found first / int. I haven't tested that out, no. We have this over here. There is no schema. Like GraphQL schema provides a root type for each kind. Let's see if it shows anything. Oh, it does show anything. Okay. So we're looking at all bugs. Let's see what all bugs is. Okay, let's go back to query. That's what it was. Let's try this. I think this is why it was giving me an error, apparently. Nope. So it says... Let's see one more time. So... we want to get a hero. We want to get all bugs. And... what's up, Telu? And then let's see if we give us first, maybe? That should work, right? Because it says... If we want to get a hero name, we just say first, like this, and we close it out. Let's see if this works. First, it's an integer, but it's not giving us anything. No, I'm just solving Hacker101's GraphQL. To see what we can do. I'm really bad at GraphQL. I actually don't know much at all, so I figured we'll take this time and figure it out. So, hold on one sec. Okay, music's still good. Okay. Did I forget to put? Do I have to put a query at the top because these don't have it? I'm just a web guy, so let's do a query and see if this does anything. Nope. Query, main query, all bugs, edge, node ID, reporter, private. Thank you for that. Let's try it. So we're saying query for all bugs, edge, nope. ID, report ID, private, report. I hope this is not the solution, because that would be really bad. I don't want a solution. I don't know what a port scan is. Do you want to tell me? Okay, so this works. We say all bugs. Let me see what all bugs does. All bugs. But how did you get? Hold on, let's see what this does. See, what I'm trying to understand is how do we get this? Oh, it's all bug. Hold on. So you can do page info or edges. And edges has bug edges? Nope, that doesn't make sense. See, what I was with GQL params are an ABC string. ID in the right side is base decoded, I guess. I don't think that really makes a difference. So what, does this have, like, this is where you put the bugs, it says? Like you put ID, hold on, reporter. Let's see what reporter is. Reporter. Bugs reporter, let's see. So it has bugs. Let's see if it gives us anything for bugs. Where's chat? I have two chats open on me for some reason. This shouldn't work, right? Or does it work? So this is how this works. Bugs, edge, node, ID. But it says that, hold on. So before, after, first, last, or possible params you can query, you can also just not include them at all. Try looking at GQL introspection. Introspection. If you did all users first, one ID, it would show. Yeah, what I'm trying to understand is how this structure works. So I'm going to struggle with this a little bit. So it has ID, and if we can do username maybe? Does that work? Oh, username admin, username victim. So it's giving us username now. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of confusing me as well. I'm trying to understand how this works. So reporter has users and bugs, username bugs, and ID. And that's a string, and that's just everything inside of it. But bugs has So I want to know what bugs would return. Because it says edge nodes ID, right? And then this is what it returns. That is kind of confusing. Bugs, page info, start, and cursor. Well, let me see what this does first. So for bugs, but where did you get page info from? Because when I go to bugs, let's try bugs one more time. Right, so we're going to bugs for reported.bugs. Is this a thing? Reporter? Or is it users.bugs? No, it's users maybe. Let's just do bugs. Users.bugs, right? It has ID, username, and bugs. I want to know where page info came from what C1H1 is, C1H2E1 is giving me. And does it more importantly, does this work? If you give it page info, it automatically gives me that. Hey Prash, good morning, man. Enjoyed watching me struggle with GraphQL. So here's what I don't understand. Where the F did this come from? where did page info come from? Because when I look at... Let's look at reporter actually. Maybe that's why. Reporter. Bugs.reporter. No, all bugs.reporter maybe. But look, bugs.reporter and bugs.reporter is two of them. This has users, and users have this. I still don't know where this came from. Let's look it up inside. Page info. So we are using the users connection type page info, and it has start and end, which is what's giving us back. Yeah, some documentation would have been nice. Cody, if you're listening to this, documentation, man. I don't think he's listening though. One sec, let me see. I'm trying to make sure my thing isn't lagging. Okay. So let's look at edges. We have stuff in bug. We have some stuff in reporter. I want to see what edges will do. So reporter.edges maybe? Let's see if that's a thing. Reporter.edges, nope. Maybe it's user.edge. Bugs connection edge, page info. No, it has node and ID in there. I want to figure this bit out before I copy paste this. It will be up sometimes this week. Node and ID. I just want to know how. Let's see what node would give us. Node has ID, implementation users, bugs, and bugs. You know what I'm afraid of copy pasting these is that I don't want the answer to come up without me understanding it. Let's see. So let's just start from the top again. All bugs is query all bugs. Its type is this, and the arguments that it takes are before, after, and string, but I don't see any of that in here. And when we look for edges, it gives us none of this. Wow, maybe learning GraphQL online while you stream is a lot harder than you think. Let's see what this is. what do you ask me to look at? Hold on 1 second. I had another GraphQL tool, but there we go. I have this. Let's see if this works. I don't think this will work. I've been using it in months, but okay. It looks like we got it now to work. There we go. Okay. Now it's all that looks a little bit better, right? Let's see. Let's dump this in there. Let's see what it does. Okay. Now let's see where edges comes. And because we are in, hold on, let's go back again. Type is bugs connection. So I want to see. So page info under bugs, and then let's see what this does. Has next page. Where is page info? Start cursor. This is the right one. So we have this. So we gotta go back and then look for edges under this one, which gives us node, which is this. Node has ID, report ID, private. There we go. Freaking A. It took us a while to figure it out, but reporter ID. I want to know what private is, and then we'll do reporter. The users must have a sub selection. I think this is what I have wrong. Let's see if this works without it. So it works without the users, and I think reporter is when you want to get like this maybe. Let's see if this works. Users ID. I don't think that would work now. Edges or nodes are something you can't look up docs by the way it's built in the graph here. Reporter ID. Oh yeah, that's right. It wasn't users. It was reporter. Thank you for the follow. There we go. Thank you for that. So it looks like it was I was in user instead of reporter. So we have this working, right? We have username. We have, let's do username here. Okay, so we're making some progress. Some progress. Now. Bugs. So each username probably has bugs, but I don't think I need that, right? What do you think, chat? Let's go back again. I want to look at node one more time. Edges. This is what we're looking at. And then when you go to node, is there something hidden I'll have to find? Please don't give me the solution, but is there something that I have to guess? Because I would assume some of this has to give me something, right? What do you see text? Let's see node again. For bugs, right? It has report ID. Oh wait, why am I doing this for? There we go. Hold on 1 sec. I'm confusing myself by going back and forth. 1 second, guys. There we go. That's much better. I'm gonna cover this up with this so I can have my chat. So, Node has text? Where? Doesn't show text in here anywhere. Let's look up Node. Users, bugs. What does bugs have? Report ID, we already looked at that. Oh, that's what you mean. So, what? It takes private, reporter, and text? Oh. That's it? Well, that wasn't bad. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna delete all this now that we know what the solution is. We're gonna give it one more try because that was very, very confusing. I don't think I understood what happened. So I'm gonna copy paste this into my notes. And we're gonna go do it one more time. Bingo. Did that make sense to anybody? Well, besides the people that have already solved it? I am going to refresh this again. Delete. Oh, come on. I don't want to. Let's try it again. I'm going to close this out. Send request. Docs. And there it is. Okay. So query security, not really. Same, dude. Same. So we want to look for bugs. Right? This is what we where'd it go? This is our solution. Query has all users and all users, let's see, we'll type in all users and we'll do this. So the good thing about this site is when you do Prettify, it does some stuff for you, but this doesn't do it. It's okay though, we'll figure it out. Let's do it one more time. I'm doing this wrong. So, I guess that the attribute was hidden with a value, ended up including... No, it wasn't hidden. It was in another one. I'll show you in a sec. So, look, this is what we had. Do I need to call it main query? I don't think I do, but let's just call it main queue. Does that work? Main query. Sorry. That's what we have here. Main query. Hold up. That doesn't work. Query, main query. So you have to give it something. Let's give it all bugs. And let's look at all bugs again. So all bugs has edges, node, and then... See, that's what I don't understand. Where is edge? Oh, edges is right here. We can include this in there, I guess. Let's see. This is gonna give me an error, right? Expected name found? Where? Did I misspell something here? Why isn't this not working? I really don't get it. All bugs has these fields in them, and these. Oh, this is the arguments it takes. That's why it wasn't working. That makes sense. But page info, where is page info in any of this? No, not need main query. Hold on, I'm catching up. The wand next to the oh, this is a Prettify. Cool. Yeah, Facebook made sure to like make this as. I just don't get what expected name means. Is it because I had a space? I swear that was the reason why. Nope. Test find user. Alright, let's start again. Even though we solved this already, I want to try it again. Oh, come on. Query. And let's give it node. Let's see. Node. And then node has the argument ID and the field ID. Let's slowly make some progress. Is required but not provided, it says. And it's giving me an error. What in the hell just happened here? Oh my god. That's why. Because I'm looking at all bugs, but I'm not calling all bugs. Okay. So all bugs. And all bugs has the oh my god, has edges and it has page info, and then edges has node and cursor. So we're going to call node and cursor. Let's not do cursor yet. And page info we don't need for now. Okay, does this work at all? No. Well, I am really struggling with this. Control Shift Enter. What do you mean Control Shift Enter for what? Node comes from edges. Ah, I see. Okay, so let's go back. All bugs, edges. And edges has node. Watch. So we have all bugs, edges. And then we have node, which we got so far. And node has ID. This should work, right? In theory, this should work. Okay. We're making progress. Alright, so just chasing this back all the way. I looked up for all bugs and it gave me this. All bug has edges, which is this, and it has also page info. We're going to come back to page info. Edges has node and cursor. We did, so node is the type bugs, so we did nodes and we give an ID. Cursor is just a string, so if I get it cursor, it should just give us a cursor, right? Yeah. Now I'm starting to make sense of this. Hey, off the record. Yeah, okay. I'm completely understanding this. Hey, Michael, I haven't seen you in a while. All right, this now, I just had like a Matrix moment in my head when it all just started making sense. All right. So we did node. Node has ID. And it has report ID of integer private, which is a Boolean. And then we have reporter, which is types user, which we have to do this. And then reporters have ID, user name. Yep. And then it has bugs, which bugs have inside of them page info, which page info has some stuff in it. We'll look at it right now, and we'll just call one of them. We'll just call start and end. Did we just do this all? Okay, if this works, just first try, I'm gonna be very happy with myself. It worked. Okay, so we implemented all of this. Off the record help. Yeah, I don't have any commands. Maybe one day. What are you working on today? I'm doing a CTF on GraphQL on Hacker101. If you want to follow along, this is the website for it. Every week we do some CTFs. We just did one on bug bounty notes. It was SSRF, which was really fun. Now I'm working on this because I absolutely hate GraphQL, but I want to understand it. So let's go back. I think I know how this all works now. So we were working on users. Oh no, we were not working on users. We're working on all bugs. Types of users. We got reporter from. Wait, hold on. From bugs. We got edge. We got to node. And then okay. So now I'm trying to say where would we go here. So from our solution that we did earlier, which didn't make any sense at all, we ended up looking for text under reporter, which we have right here. So we're gonna go back to reporter right here. So this is where it didn't make sense. We did bugs, it's have bugs connection, page info, and edges. So we can do edges maybe. Let's see. Then let's do node. That's from bugs. And for this node, we're going to say fetch ID, fetch reporter ID, fetch text, and private, and I don't even care about the reporter. Should I care about the reporter? Screw it, let's do reporter too. And reporter inside of it has just, we're just gonna call it username. It's gonna work. Okay, wait, what? 35. My query is not supposed to be fixed, is not valid. What do you mean? Does this work? Line 31. Do I have one too many? Oh, for frick. Come on. Let's go back to node. Let's take all of these out. Let's see if this works. Prettify this. Okay, this worked. Right? Okay. So let's go back to bugs. And bugs has page info and we want edges. So we're going to go back down here and type in edges. And let's see what edges has. Edges has nodes. My computer is frozen now. Oh, my mouse died. Wow. Just like that. One sec. Alright. Hold on, let me get a charger for my mouse really quick. Give me like 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for the follow. Just got a charger for this thing. This is how I'm going to use my mouse today. It's going to be a lot of cables, but we'll make it work. Okay. So where were we? So we did edges, and with our edges, we can have cursor, and this should give us a cursor, right? And then we can also do nodes, or node, I mean. And for the node, we can just call ID, and that should also work. We implemented it. And then we're going to do reporter ID. Thank you for the cheer. I appreciate it off the record. Text and private. This should all work. So far, so good. Okay. Reporter is... type user. So what we want from this is, even though we have the flag already, I think we're going to, wait, do I have the flag already? Yeah. I just want to implement this once. It gives us ID, which, let's stop right there. All right, let's stop right there. This shouldn't work, or it does work. Never mind. Okay, let's do username. Just so we can implement this and get it over with. Okay, so it all works now. I'm gonna copy this. And we're going to go over here. Can I do BugDB2 in 45 minutes? Or should we just start and finish it next week, at least? I mean, might as well just do BugDB2. If I don't finish it, we'll just start off next week. Wow, that was 2 points. It's kind of sad. Alright, I want 4 points. Let's do it. Let's go. Also, where's my music? Listen without interruption. No thanks. Don't want to pay. Alright, what is this one? Wait, is this the second one? Wait, which one am I doing now? Hold on. 168 is over. Bye. This one is the second one, I think. Thank you for the follow. Not bad. And sending the request from the last one to this one was a bad idea. I don't know why I did that. I will try to help with this one without using alt arrow introspection and just going off the stream. Alright. Be my guest. I can use all the help. Okay. Thank you for the follow, Sudo. Give me the docs. Give me some docs. Alright, you know what? Let me close this out. I'm just going to start a new window. So query. And then query has, let's do user. Actually, let's see if this works for now. Let's just do. Okay, this is where I get confused when I first start. Check all bugs again. Okay. So let's start with all bugs. Thank you for the follow. I like that name, by the way. Bear Arms. And then all bugs has the field. Thank you for the follow, Danker. ID. Reporter ID. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. Let's relax. There we go. Text. Thank you for the follow, Smoke. Text, private, reporter. I think reporter has some other fields inside of it, which is ID and username. Thank you, C1. Thank you for the follow, OX code. Appreciate it. Okay, so we got it to work with no problem right now. So we have all bugs. So maybe it's not in all bugs, even though we implemented it. Let's do text missed. What do you mean, C1? So all bugs has all of these. Oh, I missed. Well, no, I do have text. This is an example bug. Let's do all users maybe. And it's okay, it happens. And we are going to do, let's do page info. Page info has next page, start cursor. We're just gonna put start and end cursor. Well, don't ruin it for me, but don't ruin it for me. I know that you're not trying to, Mad US. Just trying to figure this out. I appreciate it. Just don't give me any spoilers. But based on what you're saying, we're going down the right path. So, oh shit, where's my docs? There we go. So now let's go to edges for all users, and then we'll do edges. And if we go to edges, it has a node. And then it has ID and username. Nothing in here for all users, like you guys were saying. So it may be in, it is in all users, but who is refilling her mug? No one. Almost out of it too. So it's not under all users. Is it under user maybe? Let's try user. Wait, where are we? Hold on. Wait, maybe I have to go to my mutations, modify bug. What is this? Okay, bugs, and bugs has. Let's try this. Let's see what this is. I'm going to copy this for a later time. And I am going to query for. So we did query in my mutation. I don't think my mutation has anything, does it? Let's try it. Is that how it works? No, I don't know how that works. And I don't have my chat. Where is it? Wait, the flag is base 64? No way. Okay, let me try this again. There's nothing base 64 here for me to. Maybe if I have to do all bugs, watch. Let me have an idea here. I want to understand if that how this works. So let's go back to check all users edges. Here, let's try all edges. Hold on. So we did query all users. We did edges. Nodes, ID and user. That's all it's there. ID and username. That's it. And if we hear, just for the people that are asking, this is users 2. Maybe I could give it users 1. Hold on, what was my documentation? How do I pass the argument to it again? So if I want to give it ID, I could just go ID 1. Let's try it. Because this is giving me ID 2, but I want to see ID 1. And I want to see how this works. I'm nosy. But do I tell the node my ID or... Right? Hold on. No, I don't want that. I want this. I want to see if this works. That didn't work. So that wasn't it. That's not how it works. Is it the reporter ID we're looking for? Hold on, let's see. Hold on one sec. Yeah, that's why I'm playing with this one. Maybe so it should be... What if I do ID... Let's see one more time. So where the bugs, all bugs. And private equals can change to private true. What do you mean private false? Oh, this. So do I say private equals... One sec, let me see. You can't query all bugs in ID. You have to query bug with ID base 64. Yeah. So right here, I'm trying to understand if I need to do ID equals. But it's giving me this, which says unknown field on all bugs. So it can't be here, right? Do I have it double quoted like that? No. It's not liking this. It's saying it's not finding it. Thank you for the follow. Koskala. Yeah, but this isn't liking the ID right here. I also want to know what if I can do private equals true. I don't think that makes a difference in this, does it? See, it's not liking any of these arguments I'm giving it. No, it can't be in all bugs at all. Go back in the doc site and look at the possible queries. Let's go back to all bugs. Query. We're looking at all bugs. Wait, hold on one second. Let's do find bugs. I don't know why I'm so focused on all bugs. What if it's find bug? Oh, that's a string. So all bugs doesn't take anything. But all users takes all these arguments. Where do you see modify bug? I don't see that anywhere. Let's do find. Well, actually, find bug doesn't have. Okay, let's do find bug. Hold on, I think. Let me delete this really quick. Whoops. Yeah, but this is, I don't think we need to, I don't think we need modify bug. Alright, let me go back to GraphQL since I still don't know much about it. Mutations. Ooh, this is where it gets tricky. Alright. Mutation, whatever it's called. Data fetching by any complete data platform needs a way to modify server side. Okay, so I need to do that in case, just to get, okay, so I think I'm understanding this. In REST, any request might end up causing. Thank you for the follow. Allow me to. But by convention, it's just that one I use get, blah, blah, blah. Just like in queries, if the mutation field returns an object type, you can ask for a nested field. This can be useful for fetching the new state of an object. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. So, we're going to go all the way at the bottom of this, and we're going to call mutation. And in the mutation, we have modify bug right here. Right? And we're going to call modify bug. And the fields in there are OK and bugs. So I'm going to call OK, but I'm going to pass arguments to this. The arguments it takes is ID and private, which private is a Boolean. So let's just do private. Like you wanted to do false. Thank you for that, C1. So do I need to delete this then, I guess? Here. I'm gonna throw this in here really quickly. Oh, come on. This is the one we need. Okay. Oh, come on. What is that? Unknown operator number 1. Hold on. Let's do ID. Does this work? Okay, so that works. Where's chat? Modify first, then query all bugs. So can I query at the same time at the bottom of this? Man, where have I been this all these years? So do I modify it, then run this? What is this 0 and 1 that's happening here? There we go. So it's false. Let me just make sure I understand this really quickly. I'm gonna go. I can't go back. Can I? I can. So let's make private true. I want to see if this works. Okay. I don't have private, so I can't see if it did it or not. Where is chat? So after first do the mutation and then run the query? Is that how it works? Let's go back. Let's make this 2. Want it to be false. So that modified. Let's see if that gives us anything else. Oh, I see that. Okay, so what we were doing is we're making the second one to be false, and so it was private. We were calling it to make it from private to go false. That makes sense. So, okay, let's go back again to that. So what I did here is if I make this true again, it's going to make it private. And if I drop this inside, it shouldn't show the flag, right? So if I go back to this, and if I make this private, whoops, let's make ID1 private and query for it. It should show us ID1, which has nothing in it, example bug. And then if we give it ID2 and rerun our query where we look for it, it gives me the flag. Got it. All right, learn something new every day. Let's go submit this. I have 20 minutes. Should we do one more? Do we think we have enough time to do one more? What do you think, chat? Are we doing it? I don't know which one. Let's go to bug bounty notes really quickly. They might have something easier than Hacker101, because Hacker101 is a little bit of a time-consuming platform sometimes. Pet Shop Pro. Maybe we'll do this next week. Temp image. Ooh, that looks fun. Alright, 20 minutes. I'm going to start something. And if I don't get to finish it, we will... Yes, see, NahamSec. Screw off, Rash. Alright, let's see where this goes. Alright, let's see what we have. Properly secured parameter. XSS. Drop. Drop what? That's what this is. This has to be easy. Is it one of the ones when you look at the source and the frickin' thing is in there? Hey chat, am I lagging or is it just somebody else's internet lagging? I think I'm lagging a little bit. Let me close off the stuff that I don't need. Test your recon. Yeah, my fans are going really hard. I just need that PC to... I need my motherboard to come in and then we'll be good to go. My PC is melting is what's happening here. I think it's fixed now, maybe. What in the F is happening here? Jesus. Get by parameter by name? What is this POSRC for? Oh wow, that's it. Root not very secure. Cool. You know what I don't get is why it's lagging when it shouldn't right now. I closed everything that was taking resources. Alright, Let's submit this too and then get it over with, since it's all success. Logged in as root. Now what? Is there no flag? Thanks, Sean. First the developer hit his admin panel at a random subdomain he didn't think anyone could find because of thinking. What is happening? Am I not? I already did this. I did this. There's an XSS. Try double decoding that value. XSS where? It says you're logged in, but I don't see where I'm logged in. Logged in as root. Can someone explain to me what the point of this challenge is? I thought we were just finding the login for it. No, I think I'm still logging. Yeah, I'm still logging. Like, what is this? Get param by name. No longer used. How did this go from recon to this? That's what I want to understand. Alright, killed my music off. I think I know why. Hold on, let me close this off. Lag should go away now. Then I close all this. Yeah, lag is gone. Okay. There is XSS. Try double decoding that value. Is he talking about this value? I think the lag is fixed. Return URL. What the frick is that? It says return URL right there. I did check out JS. Yeah, the description of it was kind of weird because I thought it was, well, of course it's not going to work because of, this is frustrating. All right. I'm going to wrap this up. This one's going to be the last one I'll do. Hopefully my motherboard gets here by tonight. Okay, what now? I got it to do XSS. I just don't get what the flag is supposed to be. Do I ask for flag? Is there not an actual flag for this? Or do alert flag? I don't think that's gonna work. Yeah, I don't get where his flag is supposed to be, because can you find a way in, and is there anything else vulnerable? I already got in. I don't see a flag when I got in, but I already got in. Because this is where the password is. Yeah, I don't have a... I don't have Firefox on this machine, unfortunately. Let's log in and see if the XSS does anything. Success, logged in as root. But I'm still not going to give you... let's see. Would it work in... Does someone have Firefox and try this for me? Here. If someone has Firefox available, can you tell me if this gives you a flag? I'm going to try it in Safari just to be sure, but... Dude. Asking so many questions. Wow, Safari also blocks it. That's great. Good stuff. Yeah, I don't have Firefox on here. Prosh, I don't know if you have Firefox, but I have to install Firefox for the next session. Maybe that would help with the lag so Chrome doesn't take up all my resources. Since we got the XSS part and the... Alright, Sean, you win. Because I have to get off of this stream and go to work. Gives you this. XSS here. What? If you view the source... So there is an actual flag for this. Okay, so... It's not a... There's no flag for this one. Like there's an actual flag. You just have to do it and get the solution. Alright, well that was a lot of fun. Kind of realistic. I've seen hidden keys in like AWS keys in the JavaScript files before. So yeah, it looks like there's no actual flag for this one. You just can submit the solution, but there is no actual flag. So you log in, yeah, tester one. Thank you. Okay, well, that's it for today. I'm gonna call it a day. Go get some work done. I might get on Thursday. I don't know. I might do another one on Thursday since I don't think we're going to do Bounty Thursday this week because Stoke is traveling. So we might not be able to get to it this week. We'll have an announcement out for it soon, unfortunately. How long do you usually spend hunting? Lately, not a whole lot. I think I did 10 hours last week, but I did find 2 really cool bugs. Usually I try to do 20 hours a week on top of like 40 hours a week work of day job work per week. But because I'm doing so many streams and producing content now, my time is more spent on content than hacking. So every once in a while I'll pop in on a bug bounty program if I get an invite. Alright, so what did you guys think about the GraphQL stuff? Was it fun? Was it worth doing more? Should we do the third one next week? You guys are awfully quiet today. We'll do it again next week. We'll keep on going with the CTF stuff. How to get invites for private programs. Hacker101. If you get 26 points, that's an invite. Alright, that was loads of fun. I actually learned a lot more about GraphQL than I already did. I didn't have any clue how GraphQL works. So, alright, enjoy your day. Get some sleep, C1. I know it's late for your time. I appreciate you joining really late. Everybody else joining, thank you so much. Thank you for all the cheers and subscriptions and follows. I appreciate all the love and support. If I'm not on Thursday, I'll announce it if I'm going to get on Thursday. But if I do not get on Thursday, Saturday, I'm going to hopefully play some games and maybe play some chess with some of the bug bounty people that are around if they're awake at 11 a.m. This video will be up on YouTube sometimes this week. I just have to upload it and see if it's going to get flagged by YouTube's. It shouldn't be getting flagged for copyright music since we're using free music. But that's it for me. I appreciate everyone joining. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys either on Saturday for the gaming session, and I'm going to do some AMAS and Nmap. And if not, I'll see you all on Sunday for the recon sesh. Peace.